Hello, lovelies, and welcome to this gentle restorative class today. Grab yourself a bolster or maybe a pillow if you don't have one, and then have a couple of blocks nearby just in case. Bringing the knees to either side of the mat, bring the toes together. We're starting off in child's pose. Take your time to find a comfortable pose. Maybe bring the blocks underneath the arms, creating a little pillow. Or if you'd like something softer, like I will be using today, maybe bring the bolster in the same place, gently resting down onto your prop. Taking your time to find the pose, you do not need to rush. We're going to be in these poses for slightly longer than you may be used to. So preparing the mind and the body from now, allowing yourself to completely relax, starting to calm the breath down. Bringing a softness to your breath. It doesn't have to be counted. There doesn't have to be any rhythm in particular to your breath. Just focusing on it, becoming nice and calm. If this, for whatever reason, is starting to feel uncomfortable on the knees, then maybe shuffle the knees in slightly closer towards each other so there's less strain. When you're ready, gently coming up with the torso. Shifting your prop slightly out of your way, and then sliding the left arm underneath the right shoulder, and maybe make a pillow with the right hand. Option to place the bolster there, or a block if you'd like the floor to be a little bit closer towards the face. Again, once you're settled into this pose, taking your time to rest the body down. Slowly lifting a cheek off of wherever it was laying, release the left hand, making your way to the opposite side. Again, take as long as you need to slide that right arm underneath the left. Maybe the shoulder reaches the floor, maybe it doesn't. Find as comfortable position as you can. Option to close the eyes down if they're not already closed. And just check in with yourself, see if you've lost that steady breath, that calming breath. Gently press into the left hand to release that right arm. Wiggle anything out if you need to. Maybe shuffle those knees in slightly so they're not as wide. Bring in the blocks in front of each knee. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Maybe you look up as you exhale, run everything under. Taking a few cat-cows here to keep warming up the spine. And maybe just release anything that you may have built up by staying in the child's pose. These don't have to be particularly deep cat-cows. Just bring in some movement to the spine. Taking a couple more. Exhale and tuck in under. Inhale. And exhale. And next, crossing the legs over so you can roll back onto your sit bones. And then placing the hands behind the back, fingers facing away. Just taking a moment here to have a nice heart opener, so lifting up through the chest. Gaze might come up slightly before releasing. And eventually making your way so the soles of the feet are coming together, knees dropping out to the side. Have options here to place the blocks on top of the feet, so you're not having to round as much once you come down with the forehead. Or feel free to use the bolster, placing the short edge on the mat, and the opposite end allows the forehead to rest on it, taking a lot of your weight. Once again, taking your time to find the version that works for you, and gently making your way to the position you'll hold for these next few breaths. As you're here, maybe you think about breathing into the back and the sides as well as the belly, so we expand in the upper body. Slowly starting to make your way out of the pose, gently coming up with the torso to bring the spine back to neutral. Shifting any blocks or props you may have used out of the way, but still in arm's reach. And then making your way to lie on your right side in your fetal position. So bringing the knees up slightly towards the chest. You don't need to hunch them in. Just have a generous bend in the knee. Option to place a block in between the thighs to help align the hips. Maybe you can bring the other block underneath the head, maybe just placing your hand there to have something a little softer to rest on. And enjoy laying on this side of the body that stimulates the part of your nervous system that allows you to rest and digest. maybe as you're here, you take the time to notice the way your body connects with the mat. You can feel your weight being held securely by the mat or the floor. And just notice what it feels like at those pressure points. Again, gently starting to make your way out of the pose, maybe removing the block from the legs. If you used one under the head, keeping it there whilst you turn on your back. Maybe shuffle the block around so it's in a comfortable position, supporting the head. Bring the soles of the feet together, drop those knees out again to the side. Finding our Supta Baddha Konasana. Rest in the body. Rest in the hip, the lower back. Feel that connect into the mat. The middle back, upper back. If you are using the block, notice the slight tuck of the chin that is helping you to create the here. Bring in alignment to your airway. And see if that's changed the ease of which you can inhale and exhale. You have the option to stay in this pose to finish off the class. Otherwise, coming into a supported Shavasana, so maybe grab hold of a bolster to place underneath the back of the legs. Again, have a play around to see where that's comfortable for you, extending the legs down. Arms come nice and wide, palms facing upwards. And really enjoy the mat, the block, and the bolster taking your entire weight. You do not need to hold onto anything here. Let it all go for these next